Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
In December of last year, 2021, Empower Oversight, which is a not-for-profit entity, sued the SEC because the SEC was not exactly playing nice regarding a FOIA request from Empower Oversight. So that's Freedom of Information Act request, FOIA. And ultimately, the SEC did end up providing the information that was requested by the SEC, just in part. There's a fairly large document dump, not everything that Empower Oversight is looking for, but clearly the SEC is obfuscating justice, I think it's fair to say. But since this most recent document dump, and I made a video on this when it occurred towards the later part of February, the XRP community, along with John Deaton and his team over at Crypto Law, they've been going through this document dump, which included 1,053 pages of emails involving William Hinman, former SEC director of the Division of Corporation Finance. And there are 46 pages of emails involving Mark Berger, who's the former acting director of the SEC's Division of Enforcement. And so I want to share with you some of what's been found to this point, along with some new comments from John Deaton on this. And he ends up highlighting, and for good reason you'll see, that it's very clear Bill Hinman lied to the public. And he likely committed a Title V violation, which could result in jail time. That's the claim that's being made. And also, it was highlighted, and I'm going to show you the specific email proving this. Bill Hinman made millions and millions and millions from his former employer, Simpson Thatcher. And it was retirement money. Now think about that. Retirement money from several years ago. And then, I tell you what, I've never seen that type of retirement money come into somebody, and then you go work for the government, benefit your former employer, and then you go back to work for your former employer after that. Never seen anything like this. But hey, nothing to see here, folks. I'm going to highlight all the specifics to this point, and I'm sure more and more is going to be found here, but I do want to be clear at the outset, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I'm not offering legal or financial advice. You definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Here's a tweet from attorney John Deaton from just last night. He tagged a number of individuals from CNBC because they are just pretending the story doesn't exist. Other than a few short mentions here and there, completely ignoring it. And my understanding is that former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton, my understanding is the reason is that he's a paid contributor for CNBC. So go figure. They don't want to dig in any further, so that's my speculation that may be the reason why, right? Pretty reasonable speculation, I think. But here's what John Deaton said after tagging individuals over at CNBC's Squawk Box show. He said, Hinman lied. He said Ether didn't have a third-party promoter. He met Ethereum third-party promoters 6 times within 6 months and sent numerous emails to them. Clayton lied by claiming he didn't meet his current employers until after the SEC. Yet you ignore? And these are all certainly, obviously, very valid points. Bill Hinman He said in his Ethereum Free Pass speech, June 2018, we don't see, I'm paraphrasing, but we don't see a sort of central authority when looking at Ethereum. Well, he freaking met with them a number of times in the months leading up to making that false statement. Clearly, he's lying right here. And same for Jay Clayton. He claimed that the crypto firms he went to work for after leaving the SEC, no connection. We turned out that he had investments in them, and I've made videos on that in the past. These people are outright liars. They're absolutely outright liars, and there's evidence to prove this. And so Crypto Law, which is John Deaton's organization, wrote this on this topic, and this is actually when John Deaton wrote that comment I just shared with you. This is the tweet that he shared with you from Crypto Law. Just added to our document library. Hinman emails, billing records request. In these exchanges, Hinman emails Simpson Thatcher on May 12, 2017, asking for billing records, quote, to screen myself off of matters involving former clients, end quote. Billed after May 1st, 2016. Hinman later checks in on the request on June 5th, 2017, saying it is holding up his government paperwork. That is the last email in the series. Either the list was sent to Hinman a different way, or SEC withheld that email and attachment from Empower Oversight. Folks, let me ask you. You tell me in the comment section below. Do you think that this is the end of the thread here, or that this information was sent a different way, or do you think that maybe, perhaps more likely, this information just wasn't sent over because the SEC is playing hardball and being disingenuous? What do you think's more probable? Given the track record from the SEC, I'm going to guess that it's the latter. Anyway, Crypto Law continues, though. The SEC has fought disclosure of the identities of Hinman's legal clients as part of its general refusal of transparency, the Ripple case discovery phase, as recently as an August 17, 2021 filing. It is unclear from the emails obtained by Empower Oversight when/if Hinman received the client list, or whether he screened himself off from those clients while receiving $15 million plus in payments from Simpson Thatcher during the 4 years he served at the SEC. Man, this is dirty looking stuff here. This is seriously, truly dirty looking stuff here. And so here's the official email, one of them anyway. I don't want to read literally every single one because it'd just be too redundant, but here's one that was written by Bill Hinman, the first one that was cited by Crypto Law, May 12th, 2017. Would you be willing... so he's writing an email to somebody at Simpson Thatcher here, his former employer. Would you be able to get billing or someone to generate a list of all clients to whom I billed time this year and last year? For last year, we can drop anyone before May 1st, 2016. I need this in order to be able to screen myself off of matters involving former clients. Thanks so much. So he wants to, in theory, screen off, any former clients so that there's no conflict of interest there. But he sure as hell didn't seem to have a conflict of interest. Didn't view it as a conflict of interest to help out his former employer while they're paying him millions of dollars. Really grinds my gears, folks. And then there was this, also from Crypto Law. Just added to our document library. Hinman emails. Hinman's IRA rollover. So that's individual retirement account rollover. In these emails from February 2018, Hinman presses Simpson Thatcher to finish the rollover of his cash balance plan to an IRA because he must pre-clear new investments he'll make. it is unclear from the emails what investments Hinman intended to make in Pre-Clear in February 2018 with the millions he was going to receive from Simpson Thacher through this payment channel. This was 4 months before the Ethereum speech. So I will say this. Now, I think that Bill Hinman, shady as he may be, he strikes me as somebody who is highly intelligent. Rather sharp individual. I just think optics not good. Looks very shady to me. This is just my personal opinion. I'm not claiming outright 100% that he broke the law because there's not quite sufficient evidence, but damn, a lot of smoke. Is there fire? Like tons and tons of smoke. Looks to me like the house might be on fire. But did he actually invest in Ethereum itself? I doubt it. I just, that would be so stupid. I don't care, like, even if you're extremely greedy, okay, fine, there are some people on Earth that would be that ridiculous and actually do that. What it looks like more so to me is that the impropriety is likely what we've already discovered here, which is that there were kickbacks given to him, all these, quote-unquote retirement funds coming his way from his former employer, Simpson Thacher, and that it benefited his former employer with all the market guidance that Billy Hinman put out there with the Ethereum free pass speech. That's what it really looks like to me. So, but still, it's given his history here, what we've uncovered, perfectly reasonable to question where the hell did those investments go? What can we find out? What are we privy to? That's what I'm curious about here. And I bet he never would have guessed that everything that he was doing at the time would have come under this much legal scrutiny. And he's probably nervous about it. And if he is, he probably should be. Because it doesn't look good, folks. It really doesn't look good. But look, if you do stuff, this is why it's best to just not do things that are morally bankrupt, and don't do things that are illegal, because you don't know to what degree you might be under a microscope for those actions in the future. He didn't know that because there would be a lawsuit against Ripple ultimately claiming that XRP is an unregistered security of Ripple, that all of this would come back to him, and that there would be tens of thousands of people within the XRP community scrutinizing all of the documents. He didn't know that there would be Empower Oversight, a new not-for-profit that was created just last year, digging into this specifically, getting these documents via a FOIA request. He never would have imagined that this stuff was probable, that this would have occurred. No. But now he's thinking, oh crap, what else you can imagine what must be going through this guy's head, right? And so then there was this, on what I just covered, that portion what I covered, John Deaton wrote the following. What investments did Hinman plan to make with the millions he received from Enterprise Ethereum Alliance member Simpson Thacher? Were any of those investments connected in any way to Ethereum or Bitcoin? Yeah, and so that's the question. Again, like I said, not that I would expect him to outright purchase any like just Ethereum and then he goes and provides market guidance. That would be too obvious. But are there any investments specifically tied to anything crypto related, specifically with Ethereum and Bitcoin? That maybe. I don't know. I don't think he'd go out and buy Ethereum, but something kind of loosely related where you can connect the dots and be like, oh, yep, there you go. That wouldn't surprise me. That would be, I would guess, a serious legal problem for him, and so the community's still digging into it. I just want to let you know, like, this is what everybody's looking into. It's just a lot of information, and it takes a lot of research. You can't just, so not only is it a lot of documents, like I said, over 1,000 pages, Not only that, but then you don't know from reading it once what all of it means. You have to connect to who's that, what's this mean, what's the connections, what's the context. It takes an insane amount of research. So the community's coming together and we're just figuring out what we can. And then there was this. Oh, here's the fun part. Also from John Deaton's crypto organization. Just added to our document library. Hinman emails $4.68 million in quote-unquote retirement income. Does he seem retired to you folks? That's the silliest definition of retirement ever, is that you just keep working the whole time and get paid from your former employer and then go over. I think that's okay. What a silly ass definition of retirement income. But anyway, so there you go, $4.68 million in retirement income. In this set, Hinman is carbon copied on a April 30th, 2019 exchange with Simpson Thacher, confirming he would receive a total of $4.68 million in retirement income for 2017, 2018, and 2019. Here, I'll actually just show you the document right now. Look at this. It's what's on your screen right now. So this is from Simpson Thacher. And they're writing to City Private Bank. And they wrote the following. This is the tax director at Simpson Thacher writing this. Mr. William Hinman retired as an active partner from Simpson Thacher and Bartlett LLP in January 2017. His income in 2017 and 2018 was $1.56 million. In 2019, his income will also be $1.56 million. Imagine, this is because he was allegedly in retirement, even though he's working at the SEC, right? And getting over $1.5 million per year, while providing market guidance that specifically benefited the people at that law firm, because their interests were in the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. Looks repulsive. John Deaton's crypto law continues now. One of the email recipients was redacted by the SEC before the release to empower oversight. In Hinman's disclosure forms, while he was at the SEC, he lists over $10 million in additional payments from the member firm of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. And so, to be clear, it ended up being payments of over $15 million. And then Crypto Law also writes, all 4 years of Hinman's disclosure forms are also available in our document library under the U.S. Federal Personnel and Internal Documents tab. And then John Deaton on this had to say the following. $15 million in payments from EEA member Simpson Thacher in less than 4 years while at the SEC. Don't forget, Hinman later becomes a partner at Andreessen Horowitz, that's a venture capital firm. Lawyers representing Andreessen Horowitz helped write Hinman's speech and the memo requesting a free pass for Ethereum. Not a conspiracy, just facts. Yeah, and it is funny because, look, I'm the furthest thing from a conspiracy theorist. I think most of the time when people are claiming conspiracy, it's just there are some people that are wired in such a way that they run to like the wildest, wackiest, most outrageous thing that could be first. And that's not how my brain works. My brain is like, probably more likely than not, there's a rational explanation for this and information that we're missing. And if we had that information, we could understand what's going on here. That's just the way that my brain works. Now, when it comes to this stuff here, these are facts. Like John Deaton says, there is no conspiracy here. And so there are some people, Ethereum maxis and just anybody that's anti-Ripple, frankly, that's claiming that the things that we're citing as fact as a community are actually just conspiracies. Hell no. I'm not interested in conspiracy nonsense. I'm not. Not that there can't be conspiracies. I understand that. I'm saying the vast majority of time claims are made. That's been my life experience, that there's actually rational explanations for what's going on. People are just wired differently to receive the same information and then have their brains go in directions of what they think is probable. For me, it's, there's probably a rational explanation, and until I have additional information, I'm not going to think it's the wacky wild thing. For other people, they start with the wacky wild side. Okay, fine. But here, again, these are just facts, folks. Simply, purely facts, and it is what it is.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.